Good evening, guys. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. Where do I begin? I know we're currently not on the GoPro. It's at home. I'm actually working my third job. I didn't tell you I had a third job. Um, that remains private. But no, I'm not a drug runner or anything. I'm just a delivery driver for Amazon. So, in case you're wondering what I do. This is the first time I'm doing it, so I'm actually been trying to get this set up for a while. But being that YouTube is not really taking off for me, so I'm really looking at other avenues of how I can make money, so to pay for my bills. And being a full-time dad, I've got other bills too, pay for this car, the other car. So we've got a lot to cover, and why I haven't been uploading that much. Well, I haven't been feeling it there lately, guys. I've been gathering my thoughts up and trying to talk to you guys, but our world's gone crazy. I want to get to that. Just seems like everybody's panicking over something small. Um, I don't really get into politics that much, but my channel is not monetized, so I can say whatever I want. And if it violates the terms, by all means, delete the video. I don't care, YouTube, at this point. But I will give you some positives. I always start with, I know there's some negatives and positives, but I'm a positive guy. I'm an optimist. I look for hope. Always hope. Always stay positive in whatever you do in life. If you always look for the bad, you will never be successful at anything. So you can't always look for the bad things to happen. Look for the good things. I mean, if the bad things happen, bad things happen. It's just life. It happens. Whatever. The coronavirus. This is taking over the United States. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Take over people hoarding. That's about as bad as looting a store. But the only difference is the companies are making money off of it. But what about the other married couples that have children that need that stuff, and you guys are hoarding up? I bet you some married couples in a whole household has more toilet paper than your local Walmart or Food Lion, any kind of store. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. But God help us. We're in a bad situation. But only God it can cure it. So it's just terrible. It's terrible. But aside from all that, guys, I know it has been a while since I have uploaded. I've been trying to work on the Mustang, trying to get the fuel pump issue worked out, and I'm still working on it. Tomorrow I may be working on it just a little bit, but things have kind of put a damper on. But the good things is I bought a membership, and that's another thing too. I bought a membership at the NASCAR Hall of Fame last week, and I've only been there twice. They have iRacing, and that's something I'm actually starting to get into. That is a lot of fun. But guess what? They're closed till the 31st due to coronavirus. I mean, I get it. We all get it. But a lot of people are taking this way too far. I know, but I'm not trying to get on politics here. Let's get back to the subject at hand. YouTube content. How is this going to affect YouTube content? Well, we can't be in areas like a racetrack, got more than 100 people. But I think there is some loopholes. But I'm going to try to get you guys some car content at home, try to get the car started and stuff. And when this passes, guys, guess what? More YouTube content is going to be made. Fox Body Update, another one. I actually talked to the owner. Well, not the owner, but the future owner. He may buy it, he may not. At this point, he says he is, but he doesn't sound serious. I mean, he says, yes, oh yes, I want the car, and I've worked a deal with him, but I've been thinking about it since then. I believe that the car needs to stay with me. So, if you see this video, Mr. I think I've reconsidered my thoughts. So, I believe that she's going to stay with me this time. So, with that being said, YouTube content's going to be made when all this stuff passes at the, well, even then, I'm still going to go to the track regardless. As long as the gates are open and racing is going on, because drag racing season is here. I raced this car last week, as a matter of fact. I actually had the time slips. And what did the Taurus run? Was it faster than the Mustang? The Mustang's time slip, I've actually got the time slips here where I ran the car last week. Unfortunately, I did not get any footage of the car. I was only a one-man show. I didn't have no GoPro to hook it to, but I'll go ahead and get the other pad, the thing here. But I only, like I said, I ran this car twice to shake it down. Now, I'm not going to treat this car like this all the time. I was very curious about, how quick is this car? Is it faster than my Mustang? Now, let's recap first. The Mustang went in 884 last March, about March or April when I took it. Went at 884 at 86 mile an hour. I have the time slip still on the car, but as you can see, we're away from it. But I have the time slips to this car. It's still in here. Now, the first pass. Now, I did not get to 60 foot this car. I didn't want to brake boost it, because when you brake boost something without a wideband, that's not really a good idea, because you can blow your transmission out. Trans temp gets hot, heat destroys gears, so you don't want to do that. But first pass, taking off the gas. I had the traction control off. I didn't even put it in manual mode, or sport mode, what they call it. But our first pass happens to be, let it focus in, a 940 at 77.68 mile an hour. Impressive for a car that just come off the highway and didn't even have a chance to cool down. I wasn't really impressed. I mean, I was impressed, but I was not impressed. Now, I let the car sit there and cool down a little bit. Let the trans temp cool down, let the whole car cool down just a little bit for about an hour after that pass. And I said, or actually a half hour to 35 minutes, 45 minutes, it actually cooled down. But the second pass, it's a good thing I did, because right after that, the bottom fell out of the sky in the straight. It rained and we all went home. But that was supposed to be in last week's upload, but been running into technical difficulties, and unfortunately last week the video got deleted off my computer. Made a mistake, so gonna make this the second pass was better, but I'm going to show you now. I did leave off the converter this time. I actually spooled it up just a little bit. I think I left off the line. It wasn't that high, about 1500 RPMs. I did not want to push it, because without a wideband, you don't know what your temps are, and you don't want that. So with that said, I left it in drive, and I just left off the brake, or converter, whatever you call it, whatever you guys want to call it, and I left it in drive and let the computer shift it on its own. I didn't go in manual mode. Now, our second pass was a 914 at 77.90 mile an hour, so almost 78 mile an hour. Now, the Mustang went 86 mile an hour. So it's not that far off. I mean, from a stoplight to stoplight action, this Taurus is going to kill it, because this Taurus is all-wheel drive and it does not spin off a line. So, but anyway, my time's about up, so I'm going to get off of here, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this little upload. If you did, give it a big thumbs up, guys. Please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next upload, which is hopefully in a couple of days. Take care.